Hello, everybody. It's that time of year again, and it's Pelikan Hub 2024. Last Friday, I had the pleasure of going down to our local bookstore here, stationery shop, pen shop, the Bookmark, and thanks to Dan and the cast at the Bookmark for being the hub masters this year. They've done it for the past few years. And I think we had like 30 some people show up, 33. It was a nice crowd. Some people I hadn't met before, and it was a nice evening and a generous evening. Um, and I had some loot. So this year they gave us a bottle of ink and a writing pad. If you don't know what a Pelikan Hub is, it's an event that happens once a year, usually in the fall. Um, and you register for it online. You don't have to register, but I suggest you do register online. That way you can get yourself a gift, really. And it occurs across the world on the same day. Um, and, you know, people who are into fountain pens, it's kind of a fun event. You get together, you talk about fountain pens, you socialize a bit, and that's about it, really. But this year they gave us the golden lapis, the ink of the year for 2024, and this nice little writing pad. And we're just going to take a look at it. So I'll pull it open. I have another one of these from past years. They're quite nice. I'm always looking for little writing pads. It just says Pelikan. It's a very smooth paper, very nice paper. And it, I keep it around, use it on my desk, whatever. And I like the illustration on the front, just showing scenes from different countries around the world. That looks like the CN Tower right there, the Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, a few other famous landmarks, Sydney Opera House. I forget where this is. It's a hotel or a skyscraper somewhere in Indonesia. Well, I forget. Anyway, yeah, nice little pad. But what I'm really curious, and what this video really is about, is the Pelikan Idestein Ink of the Year Golden Lapis. And it's a really an interesting ink. I did ink up a pen with it. I inked up two pens with it. And one pen that I had put it in was my Conklin that I have. And I don't think there's a very good air seal on my Conklin, so the pen did clog, or dried out. I should say it dried out. And you know what? It has to do with that pen. And I'm not blaming the ink. Now, it's a beautiful bottle. Idleston and a golden lapis. It just says ink collection. If you look at it, it's a beautiful blue. I'm not going to shake this too much, but one of the main features of it, if you look, is this gold, these little gold sparkles, or anything else. It's a shimmering ink. And I have to be honest, I don't know how I feel about shimmering inks lately. Sometimes I quite like them. But I don't know. My tastes have changed a bit. I find them a bit flashy. They're probably great for a card or something like that. But I'm mostly writing in my journal, using things like that, or using them as for drawing and things like that. But so it's a little. If I'm sending somebody a card, this is perfect. If I'm sending somebody a letter, yes, it's okay. Writing in my journal, it's a bit flashy, But it is actually, that is beautiful blue. I have to be honest with that. Lovely bottle. I'm big into bottles. Packaging when you're into fountain pens is a big thing. I'm not going to shake this up at first. I just want to do a little dip to show you what the blue looks like. And then I'm going to shake it up. And, well, actually, I can see quite a bit of the gold in that already. But yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful blue. And if Pelikan ever comes out with just that color without the shimmer, I think I'd be all over it. I'd be very much into that. It's a beautiful blue. Now I'm just going to shake it up. If you look at that, that's a lot of that's a lot of gold. And it says shake well before using. Now, I put it in a I didn't want to put this in an expensive pen. I have a couple Pelikans, but I don't think I would put this in my Pelikan 405, and I don't think I'd put this in my Pelikan Sylvexa. I just don't want to. I think if you're going to use this ink, put it in a pen that's easy to clean or not too expensive. Put it in a pen with a medium nib. Let's just see what's happening. As that dries, you're probably going to see. There it is. Right down to the bottom. Let that dry. Slowly drying. Now, the pen I put it in is my Diplomat Magnum, which is actually one of my favorite pens. And I thought I'd risk it because it's, at the same time, an inexpensive pen. So if I do clog it up, I'll be sad, but it won't be the end of the world. I can go down to the bookmark and buy a couple more, and I probably will sometime. Yeah, you can really see that little dot right there, the gold coming up, and it's taking a long time to dry. But once again, I have to say, I love the blue. I love the blue. I like the packaging. I wouldn't put it in it is the kind of ink that needs a medium or a broad or a stub. Fine or extra fine, I don't think it would work very well. But you're really seeing that gold shimmer coming up. And it is quite attractive. I have actually used this in my journal. It's pretty flashy. But like I said, if you're writing a card to someone, or if you're doing, say, a type of journaling that is very decorative, you're using lots of washi tape and different colored inks, you probably would like this. And so let's do a little writing sample. I put this in I put the ink in this pen a couple of days ago. And then I wrote with it. Well, I put this a couple of days ago. Yeah, a couple of days ago. And I wrote with it, and then I let it just sit for a while. I was curious to see what would happen if I left it sitting unused for about 2 days. I want to see, with this hard start, when I used it the next time, would there be any issues? I'm just going to shake it a little. I'm just going to roll it because there is. I did shake the bottle before I filled this pen, and so I just want to see what happens. Now, I'm curious to see if it dried up in the feed. I'm curious to see if it clogged. I'm just see how it goes. So, yeah, the Pelikan. Oh, there we go. It's not my most broad nib, but it writes very smoothly. As you can see, as this ink is drying, the gold is really coming up. This is what it looks like if you don't shake the bottle. And I think actually I really like it. I prefer it this way, not with very little shimmer to it. There's actually is a bit of shimmer. I can see it, but I like it like that. And this is quite beautiful too. So Pelikan Hub. Yeah, so it's the golden lapis, golden lapis lazuli. And right now I'm having no flow issues. It's very smooth. This is a really nice. Well, I keep going on about Diplomat Magnum. Like it's one of my it's one of my little delights because it's like under $30, 25, $20, something like that. Um, it has a great little bouncy nib, not a flex nib, but it's this very smooth spring to it. Really nice to write with, and very simple. And it's keeping up. It's not clogging. And I can see, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but I can see a bit of the shimmer in there as it works. There's the feed. So it's not, there's no residue piling up in the feed. Um, now I just have a cartridge in this. What I did is I cleaned it out and I just use I just filled it with the ink in question. Um, and for this pen, I just like using an empty cartridge that I wash out. I always save my cartridges after they run out and clean them up, and I can use them with other inks. And it's just a nice way of saving a little bit of money. You don't need a whole pile of converters. Yeah, and as it dries, you can really see the intensity of that gold. That is really intense right there. Beautiful. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to next year's Pelikan Hub. If you are interested, usually late spring, early summer, on social media, you'll start seeing advertisements for the Pelikan Hub. So what you do is you just follow, you just go to the website, and Pelikans will have a link usually. If you're following Pelikan Hub or whatever on Instagram or any form of social media, you'll start getting notices at early and mid, early summer, late spring, and then you just register. And I recommend doing it. It's if you're into fountain pens and you want to try this ink. Each year they come up with something quite different. Last year it wasn't a shimmer ink; it was rose quartz, which I I actually ended up giving the rose quartz away. Uh, I just decided it wasn't to my taste, but I'm still very happy to try it. It's very nice to try things like that. And so, yeah, let me know, how did you enjoy this year's Pelikan Hub have, if you went? Did you get the ink? How do you like it? How do you like the pad? All those things. And have you had any issues with shimmering inks in general, or golden lapis? What pen do you recommend getting to use to get the best results for this ink? I'm actually quite interested in hearing that. Is there a pen that you think really showcases the this ink? What size nib do you use? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. It's been a beautiful spring here, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.